Oh, hi. Welcome back to Tales from the Chair. This is going to be a PSA FYI, hopefully this doesn't happen to you type video. I am in no way an educational channel, none of that. I just share what I know and what's happened to me, and if it helps you, then so be it. But here, check this out. This is my kitchen floor. I know some of you have heard it. You can hear it right now as I wheel over it, how it kind of crackles and pops underneath my wheels. This is what happens when you put cheap flooring in a house, in an old house that is built on ground that shifts with the seasons. So you know, in the wintertime it swells because the water in it freezes and it expands. And then in the summertime, it shrinks down and sinks a little bit. And of course it does that throughout the year. And this house, I don't know how old it is, but it's fairly old. It was all completely redone, obviously, to modern day stuff, granite countertops, the whole thing. But, floor isn't holding up well. So I'm going to show you what I've learned about fixing that. There's also, they didn't put a vapor barrier. I can looking right down at the subflooring. So that's not good. Vapor barriers are extremely important, especially in a kitchen. So I will show you what I've learned about getting the planks back together. I won't say fixing it because it's not a fix. It's a temporary patch for a situation that actually just, the floor needs to be replaced. So yeah, I don't recommend putting cheap flooring in an older home. B, I don't recommend putting cheap flooring in an older home without leveling the subflooring. And C, I don't recommend cheap flooring in an older home and no vapor barrier. Because if there was a vapor barrier, that would also help stop the planks from sliding around so much. They call these new floors floating floors. Yeah, I'm not the only person who's had this problem. I've come across videos on YouTube of other people having this problem, and my daughter is having this same problem in her house, and her floor is a little more expensive and a little better, and they actually did level the subflooring. So she's at least not having the huge issues that I'm having, where it's not only gapping vertically, I guess, or horizontally, whichever way that would be, but it's also squishing together the other way. So I'll show you what I do to fix it, or patch it. So first I'm going to sweep it, and then I'm going to vacuum it. Vacuum inside those cracks, and then I'll show you how I get the planks back together. What's even more infuriating is that I have had a rug on this floor for about a year. And I hate rugs. If you don't know this, you're about to learn that wheelchairs and rugs don't mix. They're just awful. They're just not a good combination. Like area rugs, right? I mean, I don't like carpet in general. It's harder to wheel through, you know, my tires just mush it down, whatever. But I mean like area rugs or throw rugs. My casters get caught up in them. My tires spin them around and kind of bunch them up if I turn on them too fast. But I've had a big area rug in covering my whole kitchen floor this whole time, and the floor is still looking the way it's looking. So that should tell you how bad this floor is. Okay, so the trick that I use, it's easiest for me. There's several different ways you can do it. The one that I found to be, as I said, easiest for me I got myself a really good suction cup. Stick it to the plank you want to move and just get to whacking. And I'll show you that right now. Make sure I'm not on the plank. Easy as peasy. Now I gotta move back and do this one and this one. And that's it. It's that easy. Hammer, suction cup. Just be careful when you pull the suction cup up. Try to keep it as close to the gap as possible. And then when you do pull it back off the floor, just watch what you're doing, because you can pull the entire plank out of the floor if you're not careful. These are very powerful. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them in the description if you're interested. So I'm gonna finish the rest of the floor and then I'm going to mop it, and we'll see how long it takes before they come apart again. There's one in my bedroom that constantly comes apart. So I think for that one, I might actually silicone it with some clear silicone so you can't really see it. And then silicone is still, malleable, so the floor will still move like it's supposed to. But yeah, I really feel like a vapor barrier would have gone a long way to keeping this floor from moving quite so much. But I also just think that the floor was just too cheap for this old house and how much the floor moves around. But what do I know? I'm just a girl. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bedroom done.